So a couple people asked me about messing with the magazine release as far as smoothing it out. They want to know, like, could I get it out without taking the whole gun apart? And you absolutely can. The only thing I would do first, or in addition to that, is taking out the trigger pin. So that just allows the trigger to move around, so you can get, actually get. So what happens is the trigger is actually right back here. The camera won't pick it up because of the light. The trigger is kind of in the way. You can just push the trigger forward and it pretty much moves it out of the way, but by taking out the trigger pin it allows it, just gives you more room to work with. So trigger pin, and the trigger stays in this forward position even without being, even without the pin. So the spring's still in there. I'm just going to leave it in there. So what I was talking about was, this is how the magazine release sits in the gun. And my hands are dirty because I still haven't cleaned the thing. And what happens is when you press in on it, this little V part, so when that moves to the side, this wants to rotate. And so this rotates out of the way and releases the magazine. So that just goes into there. So when it rotates out of the way, it lets the magazine pop down. So what happens is, as this is rotating, it's actually rubbing against this top edge right here. So that is where you're getting a lot of resistance. So I just took a 90 degree, it's 90 degrees right here. I just took a stone and just ran it back and forth to smooth it out. Grabbed my Dremel tool, smoothed out the top edges there, and just went around and smoothed out this little rounded portion, stuck it back in, and it was totally smooth. Then I got stupid and put a super lightweight spring in there, and that didn't work. That was a bad idea. So factory spring's back in there. So anyway, this is just to prove that you can take it apart and mess with it without taking everything. The only thing is, because the locking block and trigger bar are in the way, it's a lot harder to get everything lined up. So I'm probably not going to be able to do this and keep everything in frame. But I will try. And it's not going to do any good. You guys can't see that because there's no light in there. So here's the trick I found. If you kind of hold it and use a really thin punch, this is hard. So you got to keep the magazine button from moving around. You can kind of see a little bit of the catch, and you can kind of hook it. So once you do that and it's captured with this 1/16 punch, you can put pressure on it. You need to actually press up. So, man, this is tough. You need to actually push this bar up this way towards the front of the gun. And what it'll do, it'll allow that bottom part to clear the magazine catch. Right? So now it's kind of in there. And I just need to get the pin. First try. Can't really see that, unfortunately, just because of the way the camera is, but that's kind of the trick to it. Once you get it, it's not that hard. Trigger. Yeah, so that's that.